I loved Season 1 of The Promised Neverland. It was and still is one of the best anime I've sat down for 6 hours and binge-watched of all time. And you might be thinking, but Slendoid, you're insane. Season 1 wasn't 6 hours long. Well, I bet you it was, but I'm not going to bet any money on that because my $60 fortune is all in pennies and nobody wants that. But with all anime, it eventually starts to decline. No matter how good it is at the start, there's always something that starts to infest the series that people hate about it. One Piece was amazing in seasons 1 and 2, but 100 episodes in and it's just not very exciting anymore. Of course, there's a tipping point for writers when they run out of ideas, which is okay and makes total sense. I'm not saying One Piece or really any anime is bad, or that you shouldn't enjoy it because it's been running for too long. I just wanted to use it as an example for why it's always good to end an anime or really any franchise before it's too late. And it's hard to end something when it's making so much money, and it's also just difficult to tell when the time is right. But unfortunately, for The Promised Neverland, this wasn't the case. The original manga, books 11 through 20, were significantly better than the actual show. What I find very strange about Season 2 was that apparently it didn't follow the original manga, and it is very rare and quite bold for any anime or TV show to do this. Komi Can't Communicate doesn't completely change the manga, nor does it get rid of anything, but it swaps some of the placements of the scenes to make the show better, and the Death Note anime was 100% faithful to the original manga, keeping all of the source material. So why did Cloverworks screw up the second season of The Promised Neverland? Well, that's what we're going to figure out today, and this time, I won't just be reading the Reddit posts to you by other users who have reached the IQ level required to solve these things themselves. When the final episodes of Season 1 finished airing, the Promised Neverland community was very happy and satisfied with how it ended, and they were excited for what was to come. However, Season 2 did not have the same results. The studio involved with making the Promised Neverland show cut more than 60 chapters from the show that was in the manga. This outraged the community, not just because of the fact that they got so much of the source material, but their reasons to do so were poor and lazy. They had done so to make sure the show ends at the correct time, or in other words, matches the length of 10 episodes like the first season. Not only did they cut much of the source material, but they also had to change many scenes from the manga to be put into the show, and this likely was the case because they couldn't have kept it the same after their last decision, since it wouldn't have made much sense. The majority of the Promised Neverland community became furious and quite confused as well because of this turn of events, but nothing really changed. Season 2 of The Promised Neverland is now widely known by the community as awful. The season was all over the place, and what made the original season exciting and tense was taken away in the second season because the plot was just too convenient for the characters. What was truly incredible about the first season was that it gave a sense of mystery. We learned about the interesting kids at Gracefield Orphanage and their backstories, and we watched as they struggled to solve many challenges that they stumbled upon when trying to escape the house. These things are why everyone loved the anime so much, but all of that is just missing in Season 2. What the studio could have done alternatively was they could have kept everything that was in the manga, stuck to the source material, and animated 3 seasons instead of cramming it all into 2. Season 2 skipped crucial parts of the manga that were significant connecting points in the story. It neglected the preceding storyline up to the Promised Forest arc, ruining the manga plot. Another reason why Season 2 was poor was because it was rushed. Its pacing was awful and unsatisfactory, barely resembling the original masterpiece. Norman was the ace of the story and a promising character of the story in Season 1, and he ended up falsely sacrificing himself, making the others believe he was, in fact, dead. However, this became apparent to the other children as false when they had their reunion with Norman. This reunion was special because it occurred 80 chapters later in the manga, but with the cut down in the show, all of the story progression was lost, and this reunion ended up being anticlimactic and almost meaningless. In Season 2, Isabella returned pretty much out of nowhere to help the kids and join their side, and this was very unaccounted for since in the manga, Isabella earned the sympathies of the children by putting her life on the line. In the manga, Emma sacrificed her memories so her friends could make it to the human world. This showed her love and selflessness for them. However, the anime shows Emma returning to the demon world on a mission to save other kids and farms, and later on she reunites with her friends in the human world. The anime received lots of backlash from the community because of this terrible ending to the series. It didn't meet the expectations of the fans, and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to get another chance at redemption. Season 2 missed so much character and plot development that it just flopped. And it's sad because Season 1 was such a great season. I recommend this show to you if you like watching anime or enjoy manga because it's without a doubt a masterpiece. But for Season 2, you should probably just read the manga, Buying the books will take a huge chunk of money away from your wallet, but that'll be more worth it than wasting your time on a disappointing season. If I missed any information in this video, please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, leave a like and make sure to subscribe. Every like and sub helps me out a ton, and it keeps me going and making more content like this. Leave a comment with your thoughts below, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.